Dick Dusseldorp came to Australia in 1951 with £10,000 and a contract to build 200 houses for the Snowy Mountain scheme. In 1958, Dick launched the Lend-Lease Corporation, which over the next 30 years he built into one of Australia's most successful construction, real estate and financial services companies. Fostering innovation in architectural design and construction techniques, Dick left his mark on Australia's urban landscape with some of the country's most outstanding buildings, including Sydney's Australia Square and the MLC Centre, Brisbane's Riverside Centre and Canberra's Academy of Sciences.
His philosophy in life was to be farsighted, and he constantly gave the example of if you're out in a rowing boat and you're sitting on the seat down at the boat level, you can't see very far. But if you stand on a ladder in the rowing boat, you can basically see over the horizon.
I think when Dick talked about higher goals, he was really talking about trading off the differences between short and long-term benefits. And if you look over the horizon when you're doing things and making plans and putting plans in place, then usually the short-term takes care of itself.
Dick's contributions to employee relations and public policy were just as groundbreaking. He pioneered the concept of developer contributions to infrastructure and the introduction of strata title. Widely respected for his business success, Dick was equally well known for his commitment to sharing the fruits of that success with employees, shareholders and the community at large.
During the 1960s and 1970s, Dick Dusseldorp became a great friend of mine. He was an exceptional employer insofar as he was concerned about workers' health and workers' safety. I remember one year 14 riggers and dogmen were killed because of the rush to go ever higher. And he was one that came on side and said, we've got to clean up the industry. And so during the whole Green Band period, when the face of Sydney changed, Dick Dusseldorp was a real principled human being who was a credit to the employers.
Any person who can found a business which leads to the establishment of two leading listed property companies that stand the test of time deserves accolades. But in the case of Dus, his contribution to both the culture and the ongoing success of both Lend-Lease and GPT, and also his contribution to the way that we do business in the property industry, is far more significant than that. He was a pioneer in a number of fields. In the industrial relations sphere, he brokered productivity agreements way ahead of his time. He was 20 years ahead of the industry in introducing superannuation into Lend-Lease. And he also had a perspective on the corporate and social responsibility of our organisation way ahead of his time. In the 70s, he was talking about the legacy that we would need to consider to the environment and the broader community of everything that we did. The key message from Dus was, it's not just doing business successfully, it's how you go about doing that business. And I'm proud to be part of a company that continues that legacy.
When Dick retired as Group Chairman of Lend-Lease in 1988, the capitalised value of the corporation stood at $1.4 billion and its employees numbered 6,000. Lend-Lease employees and shareholders marked the occasion by supporting the establishment of the Dusseldorp Skills Forum, a non-profit foundation which has worked for over 20 years to stimulate innovation and educational developments. Benefiting thousands of young people throughout Australia and internationally, the Dusseldorp Skills Forum remains a living testament to Dick's vision of building a more sustainable future for all people.